Hey everyone, welcome back to another Tale and Tea video. We are continuing this never-ending amount of Bitterleaf tea raw pours. This is Mirage 2025 Spring Gaoshan raw pu'er. So going straight to the site, we will talk about the description, the pricing, read it off, show you some pictures, and then we will get into packaging and we'll get into smell and everything like that. So feel free to skip around. I have everything timestamped below, and now we will get started. So starting with price, 15 gram sample, looking at $12. 100 gram cake, like I have here, this little mini cake. This is still part of the premium, what they call their premium line. 100 gram cake is $72, so definitely quite a pricey one. And then 500 grams, I guess if you're really crazy about this one tea, which is 500 gram cakes wrapped in bamboo, is $320. This tea overall, 72 cents a gram. A fantastic representative of high-quality Yiwu tea, this Gaoshan Old Tree covers all the bases. While the overall character is soft and supple, this tea has a fragrance-forward character, although there is a minimal bitterness and astringency. There is still plenty of backbone. The soup coats the mouth nicely, offering a pleasant texture and salivating quality. This tea is enjoyable all around with no noticeable flaws and a pleasant, uplifting energy. We highly recommend this tea both for drinking now and storing for the long haul. So yeah, this is definitely part of the premium. Last premium was pretty solid all around, just kind of like the descriptor for this one. Minimal bitterness and astringency, solid all around raw pu'er. I had no issues with it. Mirage. So let's first start with a dry smell. I'll open up the bag where the smell's concentrated and we'll get a smell from there. Smells fantastic. Smells like a good raw pu'er. Nothing crazy jumping out at me. It is a bit vegetal. A good amount floral, I think, jumps out over everything else. Smells real good, and it doesn't have that overwhelming fresh green scent a lot of these raw pours have, just because they are so fresh. And I'm thinking maybe because this is a much smaller cake, it's much more acclimated, or it at least acclimated quicker. That's just my hypothesis. I don't know if that's true, but this one definitely smells, I don't know, there's a certain smell to super fresh tea, and it's probably similar to any super fresh plant you have processed and, bunched up in a bag. It's just maybe go grab a huge bag of lawn clippings and leaves and mulch and stuff from your yard, and that's basically what it smells like. All right. Looks fantastic. Looks beautiful. It does smell quite nice. All right, I'm going to break off about 7 grams off this, and we will get boiling. All right, everyone. There's my leaves weighed out. Slightly over 7 grams. Looking fantastic. Very densely compressed cake, I gotta say. So, unfortunately, there might be a bit more bits and powder than we'd prefer. But now we will get started with that wash. This wash is going to be right under boiling. We're at 97°C. And we'll get enough in there to wet it, and then a little more, and then we'll get that out right away. And I did pre-warm all this teaware and make sure it was all clean and boiled water and everything, so we're good to go. There should be no off flavors or anything weird going on. But first, let's start with a quick wet smell. Smells nice. Smells fresh vegetal, hay, grass. A little bit of floral. That hay and grass and like vegetal definitely, I think, came out quite a bit more in that steep. But now we'll start with that first steep. Still same temp, 97C, and we'll go for, I don't know, 10 seconds? That sounds about right. Alright, first let's dump out that wash. Dump it on the dog. All right, that liquid's looking pretty interesting. Definitely got I feel in person, kind of a different color to it. I don't know, it's kind of like a tan orange color. I didn't do the best job breaking apart that cake. Unfortunately, that cake was quite compressed. I did my best, but a few leaves made it through. Overall, though, liquid looks decent enough. And leaves. Very soft, like supple leaves. I don't recall if they mentioned that. Oh, they said the character is soft and supple. Well, the leaves are too. Sometimes I notice, I don't know what this applies to, but I've noticed with some tea leaves I'll get, they're like really rough and jagged. I don't know if that means it's an autumn harvest or if they're older leaves or how that works. And then other teas I get are like really soft and seemingly young leaves, maybe like spring or early spring or something. I'm not sure how to tell the difference, honestly. I'd be curious to find out. But let me know if you know. Feel free to leave a comment. All right, let me try this first steep of Mirage 2025 Spring Gaoshan Raw Puer. That's really nice. Excellent raw pu'er. Definitely a moderate body on it, nice thick body. Very little bitterness or astringency, like especially for a raw pu'er, like almost non-existent. It's kind of crazy. Very flavorful, very like just strong in taste for sure. Very soft mouthfeel as well. I'm going to do a second steep to see what more flavors I get. All right, here is that second steep. And so far, very nice tea. It tastes like the best possible but basic raw pu'er you could have. What I mean by that is it has, the classic raw pu'er taste palette. So it has a bit of like sweetness at the end. It has a nice moderate body. It has like a very slight bitterness on the front that's balanced out later. Overall, it is a more savory raw pu'er, but has a sweetness at the end. And it has good vegetal notes, a bit of floral notes, but nothing stands out a ton. It's just all very evenly balanced. It's a very well balanced raw pu'er, and I think it'll age beautifully. It is already a stunning tea for sure. But looking at this liquid, it's definitely gotten a bit hazy as it's steeped a little more. Gotten I think a stronger color to it, but still kind of that kind of odd like tan orange color. Definitely interesting for sure. Let me see if the leaves have changed in smell at all. I feel like they have. I feel like the smell's gotten stronger even. And there is a bit of a more of a sour, astringent smell coming through, but overall smells fantastic. All right, I'm going to try this second steep. A lot of minerality coming through for sure. All right. So a lot more strength, a little more astringency, a little more minerality coming through in that second steep. still quite nice. That's definitely the overpowering factor now. But still a quite nice texture. Nice, thick, round mouthfeel that's starts drying and then it's mouthwatering, I think. I want to say. It's kind of weird. But definitely feels energizing. Definitely feeling good and I don't know, ready to take on the day now, even though it's like 3 p.m. But this is a very nice tea. I think I'll save this as one of my special occasion drinkers. If I had to rate this out of 10, I think I'd probably give it an 8 or a 9. So quite high for me. I would definitely recommend at least getting a sample. I enjoy this one greatly. It is quite pricey, 72 cents a gram, but I think, in my personal opinion, for a just general, all around, well rounded raw pu'er, I think this is one of the better ones I've had in general. For my cheaper go to, of course, it's going to be Year of the Dragon or Year of the Snake, also from Bitterleaf. But I think that's all I have to say. So leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.